What's up, boys and ghouls? How goes it? How are things? Y'all ready to suck some blood? Kill some ghouls? Whatever it is we do on this channel. My name is Trillium. Happy Switch 2 launch day. I have received mine from Nintendo. I want to say one thing really quick about that, like, whether or not you actually wanted to get like the Switch 2, or if you think it was worth upgrading, but I don't know. Well, where you stand. One thing that I will say that I am super thankful for is what seems to be a trend now of certain developers with pre-ordering stuff, so that the fans can actually pre-order things. They now have their own specific requirements in order to pre-order through them. Steam did it with the Steam Deck, and Nintendo did it with the Switch 2. I was able to pre-order my Switch 2 through Nintendo because I met their very it wasn't even very like strenuous or stringent requirements to pre-order it, but the fact that it wasn't just are you a person? Do you have a credit card number? Do you have a bot that will buy all of these things as soon as they go live? Go ahead. So yeah, I really like that trend of making things available to the fans and fighting or combating scalpers. So yes, so I was able to get mine. I got it in today, and we are still playing this game on the base Switch, because I feel like setting up the Switch 2 and everything just to stream a Game Boy Advance game would just be silly. It would just be silly. Anyways, hello space.
Welcome.
And of course,
Oh shit! Alright!
hope y'all are ready for some more Castlevania. Time to... what was it that we had as a quote at the end of Ryder's stream? Something about peeing in Dracula's butt or something. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go pee in Dracula's butt, huh? That sounds like a good time. Okay. Alright. Now I need to remind myself where I am. Oh, yes. I am here. Oh, my sword is sick. I don't even remember getting this sword. Hello, Soma. Hey, Yoko. I just ran into Graham. Really? Which way did he go? He was in a rush to get to the throne. Just as I thought. There is something important in the throne room. I'm sorry, Yoko. What's wrong? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? He's not who I thought he was. He was kind to me only because he thought I was powerless. I see. But his attitude changed suddenly when I told him about my power. Well, in his mind, he thinks everything in this castle is his. So that's the reason? But it's better this way. What is? The fact he sees you as an enemy now means you're my comrade. Does it? What? You don't want to be on my side? No, that's not what I meant. It's so much fun to tease you. But this is not the time to be fooling around. Your presence here has thrown Graham into a panic. This is our chance. What sort of chance? Using his cunning mind, he's been able to evade us up until now. I don't think anyone has ever seen him panic before. I get it. Circumstances right now are making him act this way. That's exactly right. This is an excellent opportunity to trap him. Well, I must be on my way. See you. I think all these people just kind of just nonchalantly go around this cursed castle without a care in the world. All these terrifying creatures and whatnot, and they're just like, hum-da-dum-da-dum, just gonna walk over here. Like nothing is wrong. Redder! Ah! Gotti. Bet you the bomber armor gives me some really sick power up. Oop. No! Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm supposed to go down that way. I think I'm doing it out of order. Yep, I am. Out of the way, Pinocchio. Lightning doll. Lightning doll! Lightning doll! Well, this is gonna suck. Whoop. Lightning bolt! I'm not really even sure where I'm going. Just kind of climbing the tower. Ah! Can't jump! Can't jump! No! No! I'm good. Out of the way. Lightning doll! Uh-oh. I do have a high potion. I do have some rotten meat. Sick. Eat some of that shit. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Fucking electrified Pinocchios. These things are so annoying. I'm annoyed. What makes this armor so great? What's so great about this armor? Uh-oh. I see a little boy. And a banjo. Sorry to be quiet, sending emails, commenting, code comments, you know, adulting. Nah, man, you're good. We just appreciate having you around. I am perfectly fine with talking to myself. I do it a lot. So whenever you get a free chance, go ahead and talk. But until then, I'm perfectly fine with you being an adult, I guess. We really do need to rebrand as like Second Life or something like that. Not Second Life because the name is already in use. To where like, I don't know. I kind of think having geriatric gamers would be really, really funny as a rebrand where it's just like, even though we're in our 30s, we're basically dead in internet years. And just having everything be like super old-timey, like Bioshocky music playing as like the loading screen, and like stuff in black and white, and just like footage of people in a retirement home. I think that'd be pretty funny. Oh, hello, little girl. Oh, no. We're about to fight death. No, he's gonna be beatable without me having a cold. I'm probably gonna want to redo this. This was a bad start. Oh my god, it's kind of funny that his scythe just kind of like gives birth to little baby scythes. I saw this one creator that was about our age, and she used like 90s news reporter aesthetic. It was badass. Yeah, that was another thing that like Ryder had brought up, is like, what if we just had like a Saved by the Bell kind of crazy 90s aesthetic? That would also be pretty good. Or what if we had the color scheme of like that one lady that did like all the Trapper Keeper like super rainbowy bullshit. Can't remember the name, but Lisa Frank. Yeah, what if we just had like a Lisa Frank-esque theme? Oh god! No, bad, bad, not good. Okay. What I hate about this fight is it's actually 2 phases. Ah, no! Oh god. Okay, that's phase 1. Now he gets another scythe. That's a double scythe. Ow. I have literally nothing to heal me. Wow, this is a bad situation. I'm going to have to, like, do phase 1 without taking any damage, basically. Or really nail phase 2. Yeah, that'd be cool if y'all did like a 90s vibe. I'm, like a newsroom vibe. Not like the I'm still addicted to bright colors and unrecognizably slimy substances vibe. Ah! No, yeah, I knew that was coming. Okay. I gotta really dial the fuck in on phase 1. It is not doable without potions and whatnot. Potions master. Actually, what kind of souls do I have? Mesmerizes enemy, blade vortex, skeleton, water pistol, enchanted arrows, throws katanas. Well, those do more damage. For sure. Not as much damage as my sword. Ow. But definitely more... Whoop! More damage than the axe. I think I'm just going to have to do this all in, without getting touched very much in phase 1. Is probably the play here. Also, you know, the 90s aesthetic also kind of fits the vibe of, like, what we're going for on this channel anyways, because, like, we play a lot of retro stuff. Originally, we were all about, like, indies and whatnot, and while we still enjoy indies, I feel like we do a lot more older games, you know? This was awful. Yeah, I would not want Lisa Frank, but totally down for some sort of 90s. We could workshop it. And also... Nah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I was gonna say we could maybe outsource to someone to actually make it, because we just don't have, like, the time ourselves to do it, but it's whatever. Becomes stronger when poisoned. Miles 21. Wait, isn't that that's Casey, right? What's he doing online? Let's see here. I up my strength. I'm gonna do Durga. Let's save it. Blah, 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 blah. I think the keys don't make it over the top. The actual 90s vibe is pretty low budget. Ah! Ow. No, 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 no. I'm gonna get spanked. Oh. I did not get spanked, in fact. It's kind of funny when you think about, like, the scythe was just a tool used for harvesting crops and whatnot, right? And chopping down grass and all of that. And then the fact that it's just considered the creepiest tool out of all of them, out of all of the farm accoutrement, purely because it's associated with death. It's kind of funny, like, could you imagine if, Death was actually, like, armed with a hoe or something like that? Like, what if the cotton gin was, his tool of choice, and, like, we were supposed to be afraid of those? This guy's a little bit tough. Ooh, I have an imp! I have an imp buddy! Help me out, impy! Impy! Does little baby damage. Sent y'all a video from the creator was talking about does like the 90s aesthetic. Cool. I don't know that this is gonna be the run. Maybe. I gotta keep my distance. So when he does this bullshit, I'm gonna get absolutely fucked. Okay, okay. That's a good height. Yeah, keep that up. No. Not supposed to do it like that, Death. Ah, fuck my ass with the scythe. No! He's succeeding. Okay. Alright, I feel like I have a rhythm. Wait, is there a better one? Flying armor, imp, and into a demon that rushes enemies. Nope. This is what we're going with. Ooh, wait. Do I have, like, a soul thing that's, like... Throws axe, slings hot curry at foes. I forgot about that one. Throws spears, throws bombs. Yeah, I know what you mean about Scythe being an overused video game weapon. I really think it's just because of the design. I mean, it's a sick design. It's just like... I feel like it just doesn't... If it weren't for Death using it, I don't think that it would be as ubiquitous in video games. There's just nothing. Be completely impractical in reality. I saw this one video recently of wow, that just knocks everything down. Of like a lawnmower versus a scythe, and if you utilize the scythe correctly, it actually is pretty fucking efficient, but I feel like you would get so tired so quickly with it. I don't think it was actually a Death character that popularized it. I think it was more an anime influence. Really? I figured Death would have influenced the anime. Oh, you mean in Castlevania specifically? Okay, yeah, totally. In gaming pop culture, yeah. Oh, fuck my eyes. Like the iconic image of the hot anime chick wielding a scythe. Got you, got you. I mean, an anime chick could wield, like, anything and people would think it's super hot. If her booba are big enough, she could wield a fucking carrot and people would be like, carrots are the hottest vegetable. Because Death never wielded it as a weapon. It was more of a symbol of being the Reaper of Souls. True. High potion, high mind up. I thought you were gonna say that her booba were the weapons being wielded. I mean, they are in a sense. God. I need to not jump back over after he does his little rush. I need to just back off and there we go. Ow. Ooh, fuck yeah. That was strangely poignant, considering the conversation we were having. Ooh, baby, I got the orb. What do we get? What do we get? Scola allows you to walk while underwater. Ooh. I get the ability to breathe underwater, y'all. Why that has what that has to do with death, I'm not sure, but whatever. We did it. Ooh, baby, I love you, baby. Heard an interesting theory that in the Castlevania games, you don't really kill death itself, only an avatar of death. I'd believe that because we're constantly killing. Like, okay. I feel like one of the through lines in Castlevania is that you never actually defeat Dracula because he continues to get reincarnated, right? So he's never gone for good. He is technically dead, but he's never gone for good. And I feel like every single time Dracula comes back, death follows him. And nobody ever says that they're reincarnating death, they're reincarnating Dracula. So I feel like death being an avatar that is connected with Dracula upon reincarnation kind of makes sense. Also, hello, Emperor Caesar.
Welcome.
How are you doing? I mean, if you killed the abstract concept of death, you might just break shit. Yeah, see, that's another thing. It's like terrible, terrible comparison. But like, there was an episode of Family Guy where death twisted his ankle or whatever, and Peter took over as him, as Death, and he wasn't actually reaping souls for people who should have died, and so nobody died. You don't actually see Death reaping any souls or whatever in this. I think the real Death is actually still doing that job. I feel like this is like an actual just avatar. Hello, I love the GBA trilogy so much through my entire middle school era. When I... Wait, 2003... Yeah? Sounds like you and I are actually very similar ages, because I remember playing... well... I guess you could have played it later on after it was released, because I remember playing these games pretty close to release on the Game Boy Advance. But yes, these were some of my favorite games to play on the Game Boy Advance for sure. This and Metroid Zero Mission and Fusion were just... I don't know, just in general, like, I feel like this was the last era of, like, actually feels like handheld, game. The DS started to feel more like, this is like an N64 on the go, kinda, notoriety, but this actually felt like a Game Boy, you know? It's like in the backdrop of Baldur's Gate 3, there's this story of Karsus who killed the goddess of magic. So magic just stopped happening. Thing is, his entire city was floating in the sky with magic. So he thought he would become this super powerful wizard and overthrow the goddess of magic, but the goddess of magic makes magic exist. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I'm the thing that embodies an idea, and while I seemingly regulate it, or whatever, if I were to suddenly not be in the picture, the thing would still go on. And, yeah, like how the GBA was like a portable SNES. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, because, like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like an interface thing, is what I'm getting hung up on. Because, like, the DS had an online component where, like, you could wirelessly do stuff. Maybe that's it. Maybe the Game Boy Advance era was like the last analog handheld system of Nintendo, and like everything else after that was like wireless and through the internet and had interfaces and whatever. This was the last handheld system that Nintendo released that was just like, it plays games and that's literally it. So maybe that's why it felt just so much more viscerally like handheld and handheld only. I don't know. But the GBA is the GBA my favorite handheld? It's a good question, because I think it's a tie between the GBA and the 3DS. 3DS just had such a good library, had one of the best... Oh, yeah! Thank you! Thank you so much for subscribing. And also, if you want to see more of the Game Boy Advance series, I've played the other two games in this collection. Oh, thank you, Space. But I digress. The Game Boy Advance had some of the funnest, best memories that I can remember playing like a handheld. But the 3DS just had so many good games and a really good interface, or not interface, but like a online shop and whatever. But I don't know. I think I'm going to say that the Game Boy Advance is probably my favorite, with the 3DS being a close second. My favorite Nintendo console of all time is still definitely the GameCube. GameCube had so many good games, underrated gems, and I feel like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, they were very underrated at their time. Like, every single one of the games that came out on GameCube felt very unappreciated, purely because they were on the GameCube and not on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox 360, or Xbox rather. But I feel like they've tried the test of time more than any other Nintendo console, because like the Super Nintendo and the N64, yeah, you know that Super Mario World and Mario 64 were very good games. But, like, a game like Mario Sunshine was just, like, so out of left field and different and experimental, and people didn't actually appreciate utilizing things like the flood system until, I don't know, I want to say post-mortem, but that feels wrong. Not like what I want to say. I feel like the Wii would have been my favorite Nintendo console if they had a Switch controller back then. I agree with that. Yeah, because, like, with the Wii, you also had the backwards compatibility, right? So the Wii had a bunch of fun games for the Wii. It was very ubiquitous as far as, like, pleasing for everybody in the family, because everyone from, the youngest in the family to grandma and grandpa enjoyed Wii Sports. And then if you wanted to play like the Wind Waker, it worked as a GameCube as well. The Wii was a very, very good console in that regard. I think the only console that kind of outdoes it with backwards compatibility abilities, whatever, is the Switch 2, honestly, because the Switch 2 allows you to play basically everything that was on the Switch 1, and that catalog encompasses not only games that were like exclusive to the Switch 1, but also a bunch of virtual console stuff and virtual console and I'm trying to what was I trying to say? encompasses all of the Switch 1. It also up-reses the Switch 1. And the Switch, that's what I was trying to say. The Switch basically took all of the good games from the Wii U and made them playable on the Switch. So if you think about it, the Switch 2 is now the first console where you can play a wide variety of games across the entirety of the Nintendo catalog. Okay. What am I trying to do here? My problem with current Nintendo Arc, other than it being a piece of shit company that deserves to fail in spectacular fashion, is a shitty online service mindset. Yeah, also, I don't like how behind the times they are with things like, oh, you know what? I probably want to go somewhere where I can get to a save point because I am pretty low on health. Yeah, like the Switch or Nintendo has never had a very good online presence in general, and also they are very heavy-handed when it comes to things like emulation and all that. They just don't seem to grasp the idea of if the game is not available, then you should make it available if you don't want people to emulate it. I don't want to have to emulate games, you know? Like, is it convenient? Yes. Do I want to do it instead of, like, playing it on something that has, like, hardware that is, capable of running this to where I don't have to have a bunch of, like, different apps open and, like, you know, this, that, and the other? Yeah, I would love to, and I would also love to just have it be a one-stop shop, kind of like their virtual console. But they just don't, and then they also just absolutely hate fan projects. That's something that I never understood, is like, if you are not planning on making X, Y, or Z game because you haven't continued the franchise in fucking forever, then why shut down a fan project that is literally not charging money? Now, if they're charging money for the game download or whatever, by all means, but if it's a fan project and it's completely free to download, then maybe see why people are enjoying that game so much, you know? See why people enjoy AM2R so much more than Metroid Samus Returns, you know? They don't see it as a learning point. They see it as potentially losing money. And that's not necessarily what's happening here. Like, they took your game and they made it better, you know? But the fact that they are not asking for you to pay for it and they just want you to enjoy it, is pretty harmless. In fact, it does wonders for your company, because people will play it and be like, huh, I wonder what the original is like, and then they buy a Nintendo Online subscription to see what the original Metroid 2 was like. So, if anything, it's good publicity for a game that you are wanting to charge money for. But they just don't see it that way, and their lawyers are super heavy-handed and are just like, oh my god, something that uses the Metroid IP? No, fucking kill it. Kill it dead. Oh, are you guys doing anything with Metroid right now? No, but if we ever planned on it in the unforeseeable future, we don't want them to take our bread and butter. Okay, well maybe do something with it. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Oh, okay. So you took this thing that somebody painstakingly put together in their free time, because they're such a fan of your games, and then just nixed it because you might want to use the IP in the future, but you have no plans for it now? What the fuck? Like, just let them do what they're doing. Burt Gang. A sort of protection. Alright. Alright. That looks good to me. Huge increase in attack power. Ow. Ow. Like, when my Switch broke, it didn't actually break in a way that would have made any other Nintendo console unplayable. It broke because it couldn't connect to my Wi-Fi, and so it refused to work. That's why I never wanted another one. Huh. Never realized that was why. Did you get a refurbished one? Or did you buy it used from GameStop or something? Like, no judgment. Like, you have your reasons for not wanting to support Nintendo, and I fully support your opinions on it, because quite frankly, Nintendo is not a perfect company, and if you don't want to give them your money, completely understandable, dude. But I want to know, like, was your Switch a refurbished one or something like that? Because it blows my mind that it just stopped working. It was brand new. Yeah, that's unexcusable. I looked it up and other people had the same issue. Back then, I wasn't boycotting Nintendo products. Gotcha. Yeah, man. I mean, like, fucking do you, and I support that. I am a Nintendo shill because so many of the IPs that I grew up with, I feel like made me the gamer that I am today, and bring me some of the most joy, like solitary joy that I can possibly have in life right now. So I am admittedly a Nintendo shill, but that doesn't mean that I can't see them having flaws. Obviously, if you listen to the last hour of me ranting, I know that they are a flawed company. But yeah, the fact that you got a brand new one and it did that shit, I completely understand where you're coming from. Some of their consoles have faulty network cards, and their consoles require you to authenticate with Nintendo servers. If the system detects that there's a faulty network card, it just stops working altogether. Yeah, and I feel like with the new Switch, they're going to consider that like tampering or something like that. That's something that kind of scares me about the new Switch, is what do they consider tampering? Because I would absolutely hate it if something like that happened with my Switch 2 or whatever, and they considered that tampering, and they bricked my console and also just like blocked my Nintendo account because they thought I was doing like fraudulent things with their console. Nintendo is totally a company that is so out of touch that they would absolutely 110% be like all of it or none of it. If your console is doing X, Y, or Z thing, then clearly you are doing something wrong, and clearly we should not let you use our product. Where did I last save? Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. In other news, Cal's first birthday is coming up soon, and something that we are going to be doing for his birthday is his birthday is going to be Pokemon themed. I don't know if we've said this on stream yet, but his birthday party is going to be Pokemon themed, and I don't know if you've seen the videos on like TikTok or Facebook or any social media, but there's a video trend of kids picking their first starter Pokemon, and we are going to be doing Cal's first starter Pokemon. Basically, you take some stuffed animals that represent the starters. Usually it's Gen 1, the best gen. Arguably Gen 2 is also a really good generation, but I like Gen 1, Ratter likes Gen 1, and that's what we're going with. And then you put them side by side, and then you have the baby crawl or walk, and the first Pokemon that he or she picks up is their starter. So what we are going to do is we already got the... Actually, I can show you because they're in the closet. Hold on. All right. We got Charmander. We got Squirtle. We got Bulbasaur. And we decided to go with this because Ratter's first Pokemon game was Yellow, and so she, by default, had to have Pikachu as her starter. So, we got Pikachu. So, we're going to put them out, and the main event of the party is going to be which one does Cal choose. And we're going to actually, as a kid, I can never decide between Bulbasaur and Squirtle. I never had to decide between Bulbasaur and Squirtle because I went Charmander. And as a kid, I didn't realize that going Charmander was actually setting me up for hard mode in that game. But I was Team Charmander. So he is going to choose his starter, and then before he does that, we have a we're going to have the Pokemon and buckets in front of the Pokemon for people to place their bets on which one he goes with. And so people are going to put their names in the bucket, and then whenever he decides which Pokemon is his starter, then we are going to draw 2 names from the bucket, and the 2 names that we draw from the bucket are going to get a special prize. So that's going to be fun. And another thing, I think it was soured on Charmander because the anime logic didn't line up with the game, and I was sorely disappointed by Fire Spin. It looks so damn cool in the anime. Yeah, completely useless in the game. It's like 3 to 5 turns of fire damage, and it's really low fire damage. It's like, why not just use Flamethrower or Fire Blast? Same thing with Wrap. Wrap was a really, really bad Pokemon attack versus what it represented. Like, Onix wrapping up a Pikachu in its giant stone tail seems like it should be pretty easy to ascertain who's gonna win this fight. This guy is just going to fucking crush your electric mouse with its stone tail. But in actuality, you use it in the game and it's like tickling Pikachu. I don't know. I agree. Pokemon logic in the anime versus how it plays out in the game is completely different. And the accuracy was 70%, but the video game 70%, aka you're never hitting with this move. Yeah. So I digress. We are going to have the starters, and then another thing that we are going to do is my major contribution to the party is making macarons of different colors and flavors for the different Pokemon starters. So I'm going to have blue, red, yellow, and green. And I'm thinking... Oh my god, this is a shit show. I'm thinking that... I may need to get, like, special powders to do this. But, blue is going to be blueberry. Oh my lord. Blue is going to be blueberry. Red is going to be strawberry. Yellow is going to be lemon. And green, I was kind of thinking matcha. Maybe. The only other flavor that I think of when I think of green is mint, and that's not... I don't think people would like mint that much. But then again, I wonder how much people would like matcha. So, like, what flavor... Redder says pistachio. Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to think of green flavored things. Green flavor. Flavors that are associated with the color of green. This tastes like green. Pistachio and matcha aren't real flavors. Yeah, but they're green, so... I don't know. I'm gonna try going somewhere else with this underwater move. Nobody tastes something and says, matcha flavored. That's not a thing. Oh, you have not been to Japan. They are just so obsessed with matcha Like, we had matcha, or I had matcha flavored coffee and stuff like that. Hey, welcome back. By the way, do you know Arikado? Yeah, sort of. Is that weird fella a friend of yours too? You're more popular than I thought. Don't much like people like that. So, what can I sell you? Yeah, matcha is just fucking everywhere, and it's alright, but in desserts, it's kind of you know? I'm not saying it isn't sold as a flavor, but I'm saying it's something you could broadly classify. Gotcha. Let's see. War fatigues, iron plate. Samurai armor. It's like dragon fruit. Yeah, I could see that. See that comparison. Green is usually mint or apple. Ooh, sour apple. Well, I don't know that sour apple would play well with macarons. Might have to go what... Yeah, green apple is more like a candy, not necessarily a cookie. Ooh, key lime. Oh, that's a good one. Lime. A lime flavored one would be good. We'd have a lemon one and a lime one. That might be a good one. Katana. Warhammer. Estoc. Lance. Claymore. The Graham. Famous blade known as Graham. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Let's get that. Look at that attack increase. Holy shit. 69 to 141. Fuck yeah. I do want to buy some high potions. Oh, I can do more than one. Alright. Oh, hey, I saw where somebody else was complaining about the lockpicking mechanic in the Oblivion remaster. Apparently, the original was frame-based, and they didn't adjust it for 60 FPS. You know. Maybe that's why I'm having such an issue with it. Like, everything else is really, really nice. I have, like, few notes to the developers for this, but, like, the lockpicking is just so goddamn hard. Like, I feel like I understand it, and then I break my lockpick, and I'm like, but why did it break, though? What the fuck happened? Like, I waited for it to go up slowly. Why did it break? Ugh. It's absolutely frustrating. No, this is something different. The mechanics with lockpicking in Oblivion isn't necessarily like damage over time from previous lockpicking attempts. It just it is or it isn't. Like, you either got it right or you didn't. It's a on-off switch, which is really annoying. Because you're supposed to keep on flicking the tumbler until it goes up slowly, and then when it reaches the top, you push X to lock it in place. And if you do it too early, or if it isn't the actual slow going up animation that it wants, or whatever, then your lockpick breaks. It's significantly more frustrating than the lockpicking in Skyrim. But to your point, Ratter, Skyrim's lockpicking was a lot easier on the Switch, purely because you actually got haptic feedback on it. I mean, you could at least in the original, you could get the timing down to do it quickly. That was actually a tech back in the day. You could just go boom, 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 boom. The timing window is twice as tight, but if the timing has been cut in half, you could never time it right without it going up slowly. Yeah, it's absolutely bullshit. Which is upsetting because, like, that's one of the things that I'm just like, man, this kind of detracts from my enjoyment of the game, but not enough to be like, I just don't want to play this anymore. It's just like one of those things where it's like, why did they do this? Why didn't they make this better? It's a remaster. Why didn't they accommodate for the fact that the frame rate on the PS5 was going to be significantly better than the frame rate on the PS3? Once you get it down, you could do it. Back in the day, waiting for it to go up slowly was the noob strat. Once you get it down, you could do it when it goes up fast just as easy. To be honest, I found it easier when it was fast. So, does it actually matter if it's going up slowly or not? Like, am I just supposed to push X whenever it reaches the apex? Is that the strat? Because I'm still feeling like out of all the things in the game, that's the one thing that I just cannot figure out. Ooh. Oh, I gotta be Skola. Yes, you click it when it reaches the apex, but it didn't calibrate for the 60 FPS. Good fucking luck with that. It would have to be like the frame perfect at that. It would have to be frame perfect at that point. I'm gonna have to use one of these. Okay. I guess these guys just don't fucking die. That's cool. In the original, or in the OG, the window was not that damn tight. If you were anywhere in the neighborhood, it was close enough. Okay, so that makes me feel better that it's legitimately harder in the remaster than it is the original. So it's like, there's no way that I should have missed this one. There's no way that I should have broken 15 lockpicks on this normal difficulty lock. Some of that is definitely skill issue, but to know that it's legitimate, they didn't accommodate for the fact that you could have 60 frames per second, does make me feel better. Also, it looks like they removed the clink when it hits the sweet spot. Used to audibly cue you when to click it. Really? I'm gonna take a quick break. I got a pee-pee. I will be right back. Give me a second. Yeah, right. Back. Of all the things to make harder in a remaster, why lockpicking? Because back in the old days, they took a lot of shortcuts that they didn't do. They don't today. It's not uncommon for the devs to assume that this game will only ever be played on a single FPS, because remasters weren't a thing yet, and basically they changed nothing about Oblivion in the remaster except updating the textures and changing the FPS. That makes sense. Makes sense. Still frustrating, but when you say it like that, makes sense. Nothing. Where did that boat come from? Oh, and the new attribute system, which seems like it would almost make the game too easy. I mean, you can just max out strength right away, yeah? No, there's actually a hard stop on how much you can invest into a single stat from the get-go. I think it's 5 points. So when you level up, you get 12 points to a lot, right? It only lets you allot to 3 different stats, and the max that you can put into any one stat is 5 points. So while you could theoretically max out strength super quick, it's not like you could allot all the stats to strength. You can put 5 points for level, but that means you could max out strength by level 20 just by making potions. I guess so? I am not well versed in the ways of, what's it called? Oblivion and Elder Scrolls to be able to argue anything else, but sounds like sound logic to me. Yeah, I guess so. It'd be really interesting for, from where I'm standing, for you, Space, to actually, like, play the Oblivion remake on Steam, or however you want to play it, to hear what your thoughts are as someone who's played the original. Like, back in the day, leveling up was the most challenging aspect of the game because you had to do very specific things to make sure you got the 5-point bonus in any one stat. It was not easy. Oh, you know where I'm at currently with the game that I'm super frustrated with is I went to a dungeon where there were vampires and I killed the vampires, but apparently that still gave me vampirism. I bought the remake, but my internet is shit, so I have to find some time to let my computer just sit and download it. And then I'm not even sure my laptop can run it. So now I have vampirism, and I have to do this long-ass quest so that I'm no longer a vampire. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really, really frustrating, and I just want to be rid of it. Because the amount of health that you lose by being out in the daylight is beyond frustrating. The vampirism quest sucks ass. You learn pretty early on in Oblivion that you gotta always check for that disease. Yeah, I know now. For sure. Never sleep without checking. Yeah, or just go to a church and pray before you go to sleep, I guess, is a lesson I learned. But it is what it is. At least after I finish this thing, I can get the vampirism potions and whatever. But it's unbelievably frustrating because it's just like how easily you get it and how difficult it is to remove is so fucking frustrating. I always steer clear of that one cave with the vampires because it's such a pain in the ass. I didn't realize that having to kill a bunch of vampires, maybe I just didn't do it good enough or whatever, or maybe it's one of those things where it's like, it's an airborne disease. So you just killing a bunch of vampires basically puts you at risk of vampirism. I don't know. What I do know is the fact that it's so goddamn difficult to get rid of, really, really off-putting, from where I'm standing. I'm at the point where I have to find 5 large empty soul gems or whatever to get the potion, and I'm really kicking myself because I sold all of my large empty soul gems because I didn't think that they were actually going to do anything for me. And so I was like, well, I could always use more money for other stuff. And then this happened, and I'm like, oh, good. The thing that I thought was literally just there to make 100% profit from dungeons is actually being utilized. Sorry, for something. This sucks. Soul gems are for enchanting, says Ryder. Yeah, see, I didn't, like, if that was what they're intended for, I wasn't really sure about that either. Soul gems are much easier to come by once you join the Mages Guild and gain access to the Mages District in the Imperial City. I always recorded, basically every time vampires attack you, there's a percentage chance you will contract it. Jesus Christ. It's not even how vampires work in, I want to say real life, but, you know what I mean. The vampire lore does not track like that. Fuck you, Cognazo. And Uko back. Oh, fuck. I killed the giant worm. Why? Because it was there, I guess. There's nothing in the room that he was in. Why even do it? I joined the Fighters Guild. I'm going through right now as a knight, a meleeer. But I do have some magic capabilities. Just not a lot. So I don't know if that'll affect things, but basically I wanted to go through as a knight. Or maybe kind of like a paladin. Because I do want to use magic. But not like offensive magic. I don't want people to be offended. I just want to be able to, like, heal myself without having a shit ton of potions on hand. No. It's always worthwhile to at least get access to the Mages District. I forgot the damn name of it, but you can also get in there through the main quest at some point. Guys, I'm trying to name all Pokemon, and so far I'm at 412. Honestly, I wish I had the news that I'm at 420, but I'm really digging into my memory for this now. Hi! Describe the one that you're stuck on for me, and maybe I can help out. I've got a really, really stupidly autistic memory for the names of the Pokemon, even though I know nothing else except their name. I know all of the Pokemon names basically from ancillary things that aren't the Pokemon games, kind of like Pokemon Go. So maybe I can help. I can name 151. Do you know Voltorb was one? Bet you didn't. Ironically, I forgot most of Gen 1 really shows my age. Which gen do you know the best? I got a Trident. Tried and true. The one that looks like a Pokeball is Voltorb. Does that help? Damn! I hate to be interrupted. Yoko! Are you alright? If you're okay, say something. Say something. Anything! I'm alright. Thank you for rescuing me. Graham. That bastard! What has he done? He has absorbed this castle's power, and he's gotten much stronger. Oh. My plan has failed. Save your strength. There's no need to speak. Be cautious of him, but don't overexert yourself. What? Yoko! Oh, she's just unconscious. She's still breathing. I underestimated the amount of power he acquired. Don't just stand there mumbling. Yoko's in bad shape. Go. I will see to her wounds. I can't just leave her like this. She's my friend. Do not worry about her. I believe there are other things you need to do. Graham went to the throne. What's there? What are you hiding from me? I cannot say. You must go there yourself, and if you don't, you will lose Mina and Yoko as well. Their fate is in your hands. Damn you. I don't like your attitude, but I don't think you're lying. I feel as if I'm being manipulated. I don't like to say it, but I'll do as you say. But if we ever escape from this castle alive, I want to know everything. Fair enough. Now be on your way. Bye! Either Sinnoh or Alola. Haterade, Bumbledump, Overdraft, Head Cheese, Pickle Feet, Front Butt, Soft Break, Common Core. Space, I actually remembered a Pokemon while reading your comment, but immediately forgot it as soon as I finished reading it. Oh, cruel fate! I got Fish Head. What's over here? It is High Mind Up. Okay. Didn't really seem all that worth it, but here we are. The arena! Oh my god. My name is Ash Ketchum, baby. My life is back on track. But I've been in the hospital since Pika shot me in the sack. God, that's from their first album. Holy shit. How old do you feel knowing that Starbomb was a thing from 2016? I think. When was the first Starbomb album? If it was 2016, nearly a decade ago? Holy shit. I think it's actually shocked. Get it together, Flash lyrics. I think it is shocked. It sounds like some AI tried to replicate the lyrics or whatever. No! I don't want a fast travel. I want Heelys. I'm not working with a lot of cash right now. And this is, well, it's a high potion. That's good. Where am I going, though? Guess we're gonna go down this hall. People are actually using, before 2022, in a lot of their searches to filter out the fake AI results. Apparently, if you do minus AI, it doesn't do the AI results. It's really telling with how AI is being utilized, that people are so desperate for things as they were before AI. It's really funny. Minus AI will just filter out anything that contains the text AI. Guys, what's that Pokemon after Raichu? After Raichu, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. Is there like a silhouette? Let's see. Raichu is Pokemon number 26. Is it Spearow? Got the Levitan. Enchanted Sword of Fire. Still not stronger than what I have, though. Nah, Spearow's before. Is there like a silhouette, or are you just supposed to know the order arbitrarily? Because if I were to see the silhouette of these things, I could tell you the names pretty easily for a lot of them. But with being like, what's Pokemon number 76? I don't know. I'm a nerd, but I'm not a loser. I'm not one of those freaks that can tell you which Pokemon makes what sound effect whenever it appears, like its cry on the GBA. Oh, good. I think I might peak at 428 Pokemon, not gonna lie. Well, it sounds like more than I... with how you're describing this test, it sounds like more than I could do. Well, these things are just fucking my day up. I might not want to do that. I remember rote memorizing the OG 151 being 10 years old was fun. The site has a silhouette setting and I've turned it on, and honestly it's a lot easier now. Well, some of them are just like fucking impossible to tell. Like, is this Jigglypuff or is this Voltorb? Hold on, I'll be back. It's like, bitch, I don't know. It's a circle. It's a Jigglypuff as seen from above. Okay, I think I'm gonna take on the boss first. I think the boss gives me something good. It's a Mega Bat! Oh, no, it's not. It's... this guy! It's One-Eyed Joe! Ow. Oh god. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, alright. Just a giant rotoscope, man. I love old school games. Alright, I might actually take a look at what some of these are. See what this one is. Wow, these challenge rooms are some bullshit. What's the evolution for Zubat with a big mouth? Golbat. Is rotoscoping where they take a picture and digitize it into the game like Mortal Kombat shit? No, I think rotoscoping is like what they did with... whenever you look at something... Well, no. I think rotoscoping is where you take a live-action picture or video and then animate over it. Like, I think that's what they did with the dancing in, like, Snow White and, like, some Disney movies and all that. Anyways, I clearly just took a picture of the man and they put it in the game as a boss battle. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, let's see what this next one is. Oh! Okay, this one feels doable. Okay. Nice. What do I get? Oh! A rare ring. Ooh. Okay. Raise my luck. Go for that. And since this is actually a room I defeated, I am going to go save right now. Laser hipster? You are. I'm. Oh. With all this anime-ass shit everywhere, here's a European man dressed in flannel with laser beams for eyes. The laser hipster. I thought the creature's name was Lubricant. It's Lubricant. That's a little bit different. LMFAO, the statues giving their feet pics. I love this level. This is some creative shit. There's a lot of creative shit in the early 2D Castlevanias. Ooh! Space, I don't know that you heard or whatever. I don't know why that you would. You don't really follow video games super closely anyways, but Bloodstained is getting a sequel. Bloodstained is the Castlevania that isn't a Castlevania. And they announced it yesterday in the Sony State of Play, and god damn, it looks fun. It looks super fun. Well, okay, I don't mean you don't follow video games at all. I mean, you don't follow video games as closely as I do. I consume games on like a daily basis. And if you do, then I apologize. Ooh, that's good. But yeah, there is a Bloodstained sequel coming out that looks really, really good. this was a poor choice. Okay. I think I actually recommended Bloodstained a couple of times on this stream game. Okay. Duly noted. I can make it across, and I get a good suit of armor, but when I go back, I can't just run. God, these rooms are so fucking brutal. Nope. What's this one? Oy, okay. But yeah, really quick, take a look at Bloodstained 2 trailer. It looks really, really good. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I think Radder should play Kill the Princess. Oh, Slay the Princess? I think Vio had suggested that too. I think that would be a good palate cleanser for her, honestly. One of the couple of indies or whatever that she was wanting to play in between Persona 5 and the next game. Oh, she's already seen it? Oh. Well, that kind of ruins the surprise. Kind of like watching a game or a playthrough of Doki Doki before playing it yourself. Radder is stoked about playing Little Gator Game. Slay the Princess isn't really a palate cleanser. Well, when you compare it to the the monstrously long game that is Persona 5, it kinda is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm almost there, baby. Good night. Ow. One thing I don't really watch a whole lot is game trailers because they're boring as shit. I can respect that. I gotta say, the one thing that I really, really enjoy about game trailers is just the, what's it called? Delivery of the news that this game will be coming out, you know? Okay, I'm over getting that armor. I think I'm gonna keep trying to kill the giant down here. And then maybe continue on with that. I do like the fake out here where it's like, oh god, I gotta kill the giant bat! And then... You thought you had to kill a giant bat. But it was me, Dio. Ow. Oh, come on. Okay. What do you think we'll get first? Elder Scrolls 6 or the Oblivion remaster? God, I hope that they're at least halfway through making Elder Scrolls 6. I really hope... Okay, so if you weren't aware, this week is actually Summer Games Fest. And so tomorrow, we should be getting a lot of good new trailers of shit. And I would just be so happy to see Elder Scrolls 6 get a gameplay trailer or a story trailer or basically anything that isn't here's a splash screen and that's it. Like, we got a title screen for Metroid Prime 4 already, or at the same time as Elder Scrolls 6. In fact, I think it was the same E3. And we have already seen gameplay and a release date and whatever of Metroid Prime 4 in all that time, but we have seen nothing else of Elder Scrolls 6. Todd Howard came out and said he's all hyped, and they just show the same title screen as before, but the AI generated one more second of panning. Little boy has some things to say to you. Kaladin's just up there going... Huh? Oh my god. I do worry that they're just buying into the AI hype and it's failing miserably. Like, basically every company these days putting all their eggs in the AI basket, and now nobody can actually do anything that works right anymore. Yeah, that's my hope for AI right now. I will say that I can see how AI could be utilized as a tool. But right now, the way that people are looking at it and whatnot is basically as a an easy button and a I don't have to pay my workers to do X, Y, or Z task anymore. I can just use AI. Like, that's the thing that bothers me about this, is like rich people being like, oh, I can get richer by just having a computer design whatever. But using it as a tool for, like, this is a monotonous task, let's just automate it. That's fine. But to see how many companies are just, like, implementing AI as an easy button, yeah, I hope that they fail absolutely miserably. They forget the most important aspect of utilizing AI and automating jobs is to make it to where the every person can get things like food, like basic necessities, if their jobs have been replaced with a robot, you know? And that's the thing that the companies do not care about, but also they don't... I feel like they just do not grasp the idea that if people are not paid or given a wage or whatever in lieu of these AI programs taking their jobs, they're not going to have anybody that will actually buy their products. And if you don't have anybody that can buy your products, then you ultimately will have to shut down whatever company you're running because nobody is able to buy your shit. So it's a very limited business prospect. It basically just saves me like, here's the thing. I use AI all the time to comment code, and it saves me time, but I always have to go over the AI-generated comments with a fine-tooth comb because they're wrong. It's basically just saves me the time of structuring the comments, but the information in the comments is essentially garbage. Yeah. There's correct ways to utilize it, and then there are incorrect ways to utilize it. And incorrect ways to utilize it are basically using it as gospel and ignoring what actual professionals that you've hired to do the job say is right and wrong about the information that's being portrayed. I have a coworker who is very adamant that AI is the future. And I have to agree that AI is the future, but the way that it's being utilized right now is wrong, and also shouldn't be used in lieu of human logic and intellect. The stuff that I have found out that she uses AI for to think for her, instead of her just using her own intellect, is why I think the tool being available to literally everybody is not right. From the standpoint of, if we utilize this to do the thinking for us, we will have no reason to think for ourselves anymore. The only thing that we have to know is how to ask ChatGPT how to do a thing. Nobody actually thinks for themselves. They're just like, I know how to phrase the question to ask ChatGPT this thing. When people say that AI is the future, I think they drastically overestimate the ability of AI. If you look at the LLM's output objectively, you cannot avoid the fact that they are not reliable. It's funny how I always get pushed ads from companies like, let the AI do X for you, even though their end goal is no actual human behind the job. I bet it's a legal workaround. Probably. And it all comes down to money at the end of the day. Maximizing profits for the few, even though the majority do not see any sort of profit or whatever benefit from the AI doing this shit. Oh, come on. Come on! Also, notice how people have gone from look at how fast this thing is improving to someday in the next 3 to 5 years it'll really improve. And basically just expect that if they steal enough data and build enough data centers, they can eventually make it reliable. But the problem is they're literally poisoning people. They're teaching people that they don't need to think for themselves, especially the younger generation that will use AI to write their own papers and shit like that, and they don't think for themselves. But also older people that always want an easy button. They're poisoning those minds, or if they're already poisoned, they're just making them worse off. Because if you're not gonna regulate this, and if you're not gonna give me any sort of incentive to think for myself, then why should I? My coworker is a good example. She's in her 40s, and she clearly knows about the shit that she's doing, but now instead of using her own logic, she's now using AI to do things like write policies and procedures and look up information on this drug, that IV bag, this whatever. And it's like, you know where to go to actually look up that information. You don't need ChatGPT to tell you all this stuff. And quite frankly, I'm kind of afraid to feed the machine. Like, I feel like if I feed too much information into AI to where it can paint a picture of what it thinks of me or whatever, then I am already just like in the database of whatever system. I don't know. It scares me to think that there's a computer database that just has all this information about me from questions that I asked ChatGPT, and it's just like, I don't want that to be a thing. I don't want a computer system to just know stuff about me. Balmung. It's not even stronger. Jesus Christ. Okay, kill me. Kill me. Thank you. Elon Musk's new data centers for Grok have literally killed people from the sheer amount of toxic fumes being pumped into the atmosphere, and he gets away with it because AI is the future, bruh. Yeah, apparently whenever you use AI, it does environmental damage. Every time you ask ChatGPT a funny little quip like, here's a picture of me, make me an anime character, and it does. Like, apparently, that does irreparable damage to our environment. That's crazy. AI is the most expensive way to solve almost any problem, computationally speaking. Come on with that! It's like impossible to avoid this guy's fists. That's the reason all these tech giants are putting themselves into important government positions so they can get hundreds of billions of dollars funding for their expanded data centers. No! God damn it. They think if they can just make a supercomputer powerful enough, they can make humanity totally obsolete, except for themselves, of course. Yeah, why would they ever want to make themselves obsolete? We all know that the CEO position is the most critical position of a business. They clearly don't just hire people to do literally every other job for them. They are the most critical piece of the puzzle. Okay, I am going back and I'm going to buy more high potions because I really need to. Actually, let's see what's up here. I can't get up there. Also, maybe I can... get some levels. Fuck it. You're not worth it. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Alright. I'm just waiting to find out that we are actually building Skynet. And that humanity damned itself by overly relying on things like ChatGPT. I think that would be great. I don't know, she's wounded pretty badly. Medicine I have won't help much. Hope she'll be alright. Yeah, me too. Know why I say that? 'Cause she's my type. Well, I got business to run. What would you like? You to quit being creepy like that. Alright. Let's max out our high potions. And our high mind up. Growing number of educators have been reporting that kids are essentially not learning how to read anymore because of AI. I've heard that. I read something online about how people are reaching high school and they are completely illiterate. That's upsetting. Like, you don't need to be a super smart individual. You don't have to be an A+ student. But to make it to your sophomore year of high school and you can't read, you're too young at this point to realize that that is a thing to be super embarrassed about. But also people don't hold them accountable. Like, I've got people that I work with that I'm fairly convinced are illiterate. And they work in healthcare. Like, that's just... we are just realistically moving towards idiocracy more and more every day. The undereducated are not held accountable for the fact that they are undereducated. We are just forced to find ways to accommodate for them. And so the smart people who can accommodate for the uneducated people spend all their time figuring out how can I make the undereducated people be able to do X, Y, or Z job. And that's just where we're at. I am firmly of the opinion that schools should not allow computers, even phones, anywhere near the classroom setting. Pencil and paper, maybe. Graphing calculator, maybe. I agree. I would very much be a teacher that at the beginning of every class, I would have everybody... I would get everybody's name on the dry erase board, whatever. I would have all their names, and everybody had to go up and put their phone underneath their name at the beginning of the lesson, and then they would have to pick it up at the end of the lesson. I don't care if there's a test, a quiz going on, whatever. Phone is out of pocket, goes on the dry erase board, you pick it up at the end of class. I know that I wouldn't be very popular for doing something like that, but quite frankly, I think the idea of being popular is long past, what's called? Long past acceptable. Everybody needs a very rough awakening of, yeah, you got this thing, but guess what? You don't get to use it like all the time, and also you don't get to be reachable all the time. Put it up. Thing I saw wasn't illiterate, but no reading comprehension. I think no computers is a little much. However, I don't actually know any alternative to stop AI usage. Yeah, see, the thing about AI usage that bothers me is like whenever you ask people to write a paper now, all you gotta do is ChatGPT, and then if you're smart, you'll go through and read what ChatGPT actually wrote out, edit a few things, and there you go, paper is done. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, I gotta take a quick break. I gotta let the little girl out, and I gotta go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Alright. Let's try this again. I now have several high potions. I should be able to fuck this guy up. Let's see. Trinket's outside. Okay, hold on. I gotta let Trinket in. call her again. All right. Jesus. You want to stop spamming that move, please? Jesus Christ. Okay.
I got it!
Packs a deadly punch. Balor. Alright. We'll see what that's like. What is this? Giant bat. Transforming into bat gives you ability to fly. Okay, okay, okay. I can now fly. Giant bat. I'm not really that giant, but I certainly am a bat, so there's that. Oh! Jay, what's wrong? You look pale. Don't worry. Just now, all of my memories came flooding back. What? It seems that your dark power triggered the return of my memories. Just like I guessed. I have quite an extensive history with Dracula. I thought so. My real name is Julius Belmont. I'm a descendant of the clan that has fought against Dracula for ages. And the person who destroyed Dracula in 1999 was... Yes, it was me. But there were others who assisted me. So if Dracula is revived again, just as it's written in the prophecy, then I must destroy him. It is my destiny. Speaking of AI, I'm at Pokemon 518. I mean the number I've put down on the site. Do you have a silhouette? Graham? Oh, you mean that missionary, right? I met him a little while back, but when he saw my face, he turned and ran. He told me that he was Dracula. I did sense Dracula's powers at work within him, but it's difficult to believe that he's Dracula. Rather, I think... No, forget it. It's nothing more than a hunch. Huh? Assuming that he is Dracula, I won't be able to kill him yet. Why not? I need my weapon. Your weapon? Yes. It's a whip that was handed down to me. It's called Vampire Killer. In 1999, I sealed it in this castle to weaken the spirit and magical powers. That means it's somewhere in this castle somewhere. Yes, and I know exactly where it is. I'll go and get it now. Alright, please be careful. Pray that my hunch proves to be wrong. Farewell for now. Somewhere in this castle somewhere. Weird neckbeard looking bunny. It's Gen 6. Neckbeard looking bunny. Diggleby. Okay. So I got that. Nakey boy! What's a nakey boy doing out here? Save. Alright. And now where we go? Oh, we can go up there. My sword and armor are very comparable to this shit already, so there's really no point in me doing those challenge rooms. So I'm gonna avoid them. You know what? There's a smelling help option on the site. This could probably help. You're making that little boy so upset. She closed the door on his bedroom so he couldn't get out, and he's upset. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, come on! Really? Nothing? That's horseshit. Fuck you, skeleton. Were-Tiger packs an extremely powerful uppercut. It was spelled Diggersby. Oh, I said Diggleby, didn't I? Yeah. But yeah, I can see exactly what you mean by him looking like a fucking neckbeard. Black Cloak. Get off me! No! You know what I realized as a older gamer? How much we overly rely on things like autosave. Fuck you, Lilith. No, succubus, no! This is inappropriate! You're naked! This is not YouTube appropriate! Okay, let's equip the Black Cloak. Intelligence goes up, defense goes up, luck goes down. I think I can live with that. I really hate having to use the high potions whenever, like, I'm not in a boss fight. I feel like I should be able to handle this shit without, doing a, using a potion. Fuck you. Oh, hello. He's sending it to me in Morse code. Fun. Yes, they will. Okay, so I've been all through there. I'm going to go down here and save. That was totally not worth it. Personally, I hate autosave. Anytime there's an option to manually save, I always take that option. Even if I see the game just autosave, manually saving the game just gives me a sense of security. It also gives you a sense of, like, exactly where you're at. That's the thing for me, for autosave, is, like, it'll happen, and I know that it's happened, but I don't know where exactly it auto-saved and where it's going to put me if I say to continue. Yeah. There's a lot of downsides to autosave. There's also a lot of upside to it, honestly. Like, there will be times where it's like, I get super far in a game, and I know it's been a while since I got to save last, and I'm like, well, shit, I just died, and I don't know when I last saved, but there was an autosave that is significantly closer than the last place that I remember saving, and it's like, okay, good. Let's see here. So I got that. Where should I go? I could go back to the entrance and see what's on the left side there. Now, as a developer, I always implement autosave in my systems because, God forbid, somebody claims they lost data, but in reality, they just forgot to save. Also, autosave is kind of a crutch when it comes to... Welcome back! I don't wanna. For example, I had a coworker that was telling me about his sons playing an older kind of Pokemon that required you to save, but the kids grew up in a time where autosave was just a normal thing in video games. And so whenever they had all their Pokemon faint in a fight, the autosave feature wasn't a thing, and so they lost all the data that they didn't save. And because of that, they lost a lot of progress. And my coworker was like, why don't they even implement, why would they need to implement a solid save, whatever, instead of autosave? It's like, because it was an older game, and also, like, autosave is a crutch that may help you, but ultimately, like, you should remember to save your work. It's just kind of like working in a word processor on Microsoft, you know? Like, you don't necessarily need to save all the time, because it will autosave. However, saving periodically will give you peace of mind that your work up until now has been actually saved. So, yeah. In my apps, autosave is very much a backup, something that is there to help recover data. Maybe I'm tired as shit, and that's why the names always flash in my mind before the blue balling me. Well, you gotta give me some of these descriptors for the outlines or whatever. So I can totally help you. Just gotta give me the opportunity, bruh. I always tell users to save their work, even though it doesn't technically have to be manually saved in most cases, but never rely on automated systems. Big Sumomon. Hakumono, I think. Harumaka. Makuhita. Isn't that one of the Alolan ones? Didn't you say that you know the Alolans? Bro, come on. You're not lying to me now, are you? Ellipses. I think it was Gen 3. Makuhita? No way. I thought it was with the Alolans. He's not Alola. He seems like it would fit in with the Alolan whatever. Sumo wrestler. Basically, it was like Hawaiian version or Japanese version of a thing. Fuck you, Lilith. Oh, I got Lilith. Alright, cool. Is he taking a bath now, or is he just playing? Okay. 296. So yeah, that would have been Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald days. Now I need help with this Evo because I can't seem to remember for the life of me. His evolution? Isn't that? I thought that was Harumaka. I don't know. I can see his pre-evolution as his evolution. Makuhita. No, Makuhita is his evolution, I thought. Oh, okay. Need to go up here. Oh god, I have ascended into hell. Yep, ascended into hell. Immunity to petrification, that's pretty sick. Get off me, wench! Thank you, Space, not you, Chill. You're welcome. Gonna avoid that basilisk. Here. Kill this lubricant. Okay. Super potion. Alright, alright. Oh god, I have ascended into hell. Saint Chilium M. Apilium. Okay, what about the Gen 1 line with Poliwhirl or something? Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. Ah. That's my last super potion. Oh, come on. Nothing? No! Get off me, wench! Okay, there's gotta be a save point around here. Come on. What the fuck is even that? Oh, Lord. Pollywog, Pollywath, and the weird Uncle Polytoad. Where am I? Oh, fuck. Oh, that sent me so far back, I don't feel like going back. I think I'm gonna call it for today. It's just about time to quit anyways. 64.8% of the map. Anyways. It has been a good stream. We have gotten a good amount done. Join us again on Monday. Ryder will be finally killing Shido. And then moving on to the next bit. And then I will continue on and do a lot of retreading in bullshit that I've already done. But because there was no save point, we are back to where we were. So, until next time, night-night. Don't let the retreading bite. Good night, y'all.